Start your thread base where you want your dubbing loop to end. Tie in a healthy clump of marabou right before the bend of the hook. Center tie a strand of crystal flash on either side of the shank. Tie in another clump of marabou just above the first. Advance your thread towards the eye of the hook. Trim the stem of the marabou just before the start of your thread base. Then advance your thread over the cut end. Take a strip of foam and trim both sides down a little less than the length of the shank. By doing so, this will help keep the fly from building bulk down the shank when we tie it in. Tie in the trimmed section of foam where we started our thread base. Make touching wraps all the way down towards the bend of the hook. Once you've reached the bend, advance the thread back up just above the point of the hook in preparation for the loop. Create a dubbing loop by pulling your bobbin away from the shank. Loop it around your finger or a dubbing spinner, then bring the thread back around the shank just behind the loop. Make a couple thread wraps on the side and then on the other. Capture some of your dubbing loop like you were tying in a piece of chenille. Then advance your thread back up behind the eye of the hook. Now use your fingers to open up the loop. Load up the loop with SST dubbing, starting at the shank and working out toward your fingers. Remove your fingers and start spinning. Use your dubbing brush to brush out the loop in one direction. Use your hand to tease all the fibers out in one direction. Start making connecting wraps up the shank. After each wrap, push the fibers back with your free hand. This will make your next step easier. Now tie in your dubbing loop and trim the tag end. Take your dubbing brush and brush all the fibers down towards the hook point. Don't be afraid to brush it from all sides. Fold the foam down. Make 2 loose thread wraps before pulling it tight. Orientate it and make a couple more locking wraps. Pull the flap back and make thread wraps over the shank of the hook. This will keep the foam from being able to slide side to side. Cut the foam to length and then cut angles in on each side. Throw in a whip finish and then cut the thread. Trim your dubbing to the desired length you want.